Hello, this is Tricia from Tricia's Cards and Crafts, and here's another one in my series of Simple to Stepped Up on Sundays. I thought, being as we're in the middle of July now, or coming towards the end, I would do a start on my Christmas cards. So here's the first of the season's Christmas cards this year. I've used the Nature's Beauty stamp set, which was in last year's catalogue as well as this year's, but it doesn't have any sentiments. So the sentiment I've used is the Season's Greetings from another one that's coming back this year, and this is Peaceful Boughs, and I've just used the Season's Greetings from here. There's some lovely images on this one as well, but I thought for today I'd like to use this one. Okay, so we're going to be using the Nature's Beauty. I've decided to use the deer, but I could just as easily have used the fox or the rabbit, and I've used the two trees. Okay, I did use the grass in this one, but that was only because I dropped some ink, so I wanted to make sure I covered that up. Okay, I'll explain how I made the stepped up version afterwards, but first of all, this is the simple stamping version. It doesn't look that simple, I think it looks quite good. And I've put a tree on the envelope as well. So let's see about making this card. Right, so we need a card and envelope, which I did have ready. There we go, there's the envelope and the card. I just want to make sure of where the fold is in the card, so that I know where to place my frame over the top of it. What I've done with this one is I cut out an oval shape into a piece of card, and I used that as my frame for my deer. I'll just stamp the deer first. And I'm using the Cinnamon Cider, which is one of the new in colours. The other colour I'm using to do the blending around the outside of the circle, the oval, or the inside of the oval, is the Misty Moonlight, which is another, think about here. There we go. Gives a lovely image, and I quite like the colour. I think it's pretty much what I would have expected a deer to be. The other thing I've done again is to save a bit of time, I thought I wouldn't bother to do it again, because you know what I've done before. I've copied, stamped the image onto a piece of post-it note, and I've cut it out so that it masks the image. Now, the only problem with this is a little bit, the sticky has gone a little bit because I've been using a little bit of water on here, which I'll show you why in a minute. There we go. And we need the mask that I used. Which I can't see at the moment. I don't know what I'm doing. And the other thing I've used, I also punched out a circle, and I'm going to put that over his head. Sounds a bit strange, but if you have a look at this card, to make the moon behind him, I've put the circle over there to mask the colour, and then I've got the oval shape, if I can find it, to go over the top, and then inked inside of it, blended the ink. There it is. And then I'm just going to use this, don't want to be too close to the edge on either side, and I want to bring it down a little bit. There we go. Now, as I said, I've been using a bit of water on this, which I'll explain how in a minute. And so it's not sticking very well now. Could have done a new one, but I didn't. I was being lazy. So again, just stamp this onto the stamp pad, just a little bit off, and then just blend out from the circle. I think I need to stamp this, ink this pad up again. It's starting to not show too much of the ink. Okay, so just go around the outside. I just think it looks a bit nicer if there's a little bit of a paler colour. Let me just put this one away. On there first, and this is Coastal Cabana, which is what I use to start with, just to go around the outside of the moon shape. And now I've got the Misty Moonlight, which is the dark colour that you can see. And now this is quite juicy, so I don't want it to be too dark when I start off. So whenever I re-ink the dauber, I will just stamp it off a bit first. Now I'm not going down any further than his legs. I will go. I was quite precise, which is unusual for me, with fussy cutting, and I've gone between his legs as well. And it doesn't matter how good you are with your blending. You'll see why in a minute. And what I meant about getting it wet. Whoops. I've used too much there. Just need to blend that in a bit more. Got to just lighten this up a little bit. There we go. Now I'm not going to take any of the masks off at the moment. I'm going to leave those on there to make sure that they're stuck down as well as they can. Just put that away for a minute. And I'm going to use a spray bottle. It's only got water in it, that's all that's in it. This one's not brilliant. And I'm just going to spray once. That was a little bit too much, but never mind. I'm just going to use a dry piece of towel that I've got here. Here we go. And this is just going to take up any odd drops of water that might be left. Might feel a little bit strange to start with because it'll be damp, but as it lightens, it'll lighten. All the blue will come up as well. So we can take this. It's got a bit wet this time. Take that off the moon. Doesn't matter too much if there's some little spots in front of it. It's not going to do any harm. And here's, oh no, I'm going to leave him down a second. Forgot. I'm going to try just put a couple of trees on. Would probably be better if I waited for it to dry, but it's not too much of a problem. I'm going to use the early espresso so that it's a nice silhouette of a tree, and put that one up here and behind him. And then I'm going to use the smaller one, being as there are two trees I might as well use them both, and I want that one to have a little bit more of a silhouette and the moon. There we go. Okay, now I can take him off my mask, and there you go. And now you can see how nicely he stands out against the moon and the background. Okay, and I've just left that little bit at the bottom. The only other thing we need now is the sentiment. Now on this one I used the brown, the same colour as the trees, and on the stepped up version I used the blue, and I think I might use the blue again for this one. We'll just see then what the difference is. So the misty moonlight, and season's greetings. Here we go. And I'm just going to put this up here. Over the top. There we go. I think that looks quite nice. There we are. And so that one is more or less finished. I just make sure I've got nothing on my fingers. And got some sticky on my finger. Right, just there we go. And I'll just do the envelope. For that I'm just going to do on the front of the envelope just a small tree. And there we go. So we have our card and envelope for simple stamping. Now for this one I did more or less the same on a piece of card that's cut smaller than the card. I cut out of the Misty Moonlight cardstock an oval shape, but it was obviously bigger than the one that was inside. So what I did, I used the oval that I'd cut out so that I put it onto the card where I thought it should be, so that it was central towards the middle of the oval that I'd cut out, and then I put the oval over the top of it so that I knew it was in the right position, so that it would stick down, so that I could then ink inside of it. Okay, I stamped the reindeer on, and then I stamped exactly the same as I did for the other one. I cut out a 1-inch strip of white card, and I stamped the sentiment on it, and then I used this. It's a new stamp that's going to be out in August for Christmas. It's the banner pick-a-punch. So you've got two different ones. So you've got the tail and you've got the arrow shape. So I've used the one on the one end and one on the other end. Okay, and then what I did, I then stuck it onto a piece of blue card and I cut the shape around it because that was the biggest it could be, and I needed that size for the actual greeting. What I did afterwards, because I thought it needed something else, I did put the pearl the pearls on, the adhesive pearls on, but I still needed something else, and I used some glitter that I had. It's the ice stamping glitter from Stampin' Up, but I don't think they do this now. I think that was last year's stock. But any glitter would be nice, and I just thought gave it a nice, I don't know whether you can actually see that. Let's see if I can, don't know if it shows that properly. Yeah, you can see it glistening. There you go. So that's my cards. Those are my cards for today. I stamped the 2 trees on the larger envelope and the 1 tree on the 2 smaller ones. And as I said, when I did this, I somehow managed to drop some ink or make a smudge onto the card after I'd finished it, and so I put some of the grass that's in the stamp set as well, just to cover the mess I'd made up actually. So don't worry, it's never any problems if you make a mistake. It's not a mistake, it's just a challenge, and you can find something to do to make it right. So obviously you can see this one's a bit darker than this one. Just means I just used a bit more ink on that one, and that's the difference between the 2 greetings. I don't know which one I like best. Perhaps you can make your mind up. Perhaps you can let me know which ones you like best. So these are the cards for today. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you're looking forward to getting ready for Christmas too. There's some lovely stamp sets and goodies coming up for autumn and winter in the new catalogue that's coming out at the beginning of August. These are 2 of the sets that will be in that new stamp catalogue. So if you'd like one, just let me know, or you can find the things online once we get to I think it's the 3rd or 4th of August. So I'm looking forward to getting my hands on some more goodies again then. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you would like to see more of these videos, please subscribe to my channel, and you'll be notified then every time I put a new video online. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you have a lovely week. Bye.